Today's video is using the Equinox 800. There's been several discussions on the internet forums that this machine needs a lot of fine-tuning and adjustments to be able to detect deep coins. But today I want to go out to my test garden, which I'm really blessed that it's been here for 11 years this spring. A lot of the targets have settled, I'm sure, to some point deeper, some may shallower, but I have each one marked with a golf tee, and they're at various depths. And I want to show you what I've done here to start with. I've done a factory preset reset, and takes everything back to factory defaults. First screen here, let's go all the way back through. There's your noise cancel. Your ground balance is set 0, and that's preset. Five tones, and the recovery speed's at 5. I want to just go through here real quickly, just have just a few minutes. But I want to go through and just make some examples of the machine, how it responds with ground balance set at default, which is 0. I'll try to, as I go through here, and show you some of the different targets I have. Here is a 6.5 inch quarter. You can see sensitivity still set at 20. Depth indicator is showing 4 bars, 6.5 inch quarter. Next is my 7.5 inch rivet. This particular item is extremely hard to detect with a lot of machines. And now keep in mind, this is default settings on the Equinox 800. The only thing I've changed is brought the volume up just a little bit where you could hear it. Ground balance is still 0. The recovery speed is still stock at 5. 7.5 inch rivet. You can see depth indicator is maxed out. 6.5 inch dime. Now I have to admit, when the ground is saturated, this dime sometimes will give a lot of problems with intermittent audio. But you can see here, I'm going to do a pinpoint real quick. This does have a ratchet type pinpoint. Once you push the pinpoint button and sweep back and forth, it keeps narrowing it down till it's directly underneath the coil. Next, 6.5 inch nickel. Listen to it, having a little bit of problem on occasion when it's real wet because there's a lot of iron in the ground. And what I want to do real quickly, I'm going to open the screen up. I want you to listen to what's going on in the ground. Go back over here to the quarter. So there's your iron audio quarter. There's that rivet, 7.5 inches. Iron all around it. 6.5 inch dime. Iron all around it. 6.5 inch nickel. Now that's, you hearing the mixed signal audio between iron and the nickel? That's because there's iron all around this nickel. That's one of the reasons this nickel, when the ground is saturated wet, it is more difficult to pick up, but this Equinox does not have a problem. Stock, program, factory defaults. Let's go on. Here's a 6.5 inch penny. Now listen to the ground all around it. Now I want to show you something else here I found when I was out messing around in the yard the other day. You can hear there's iron everywhere all the way around through here. I come across this signal. It kind of surprised me for a moment. I marked it with a piece of a pine needle limb off of a pine tree. But what I'm going to do, maybe later on, I'm thinking about maybe setting up and digging this target. This is a target that I have failed to detect for some reason with the other machines, but I'm suspecting that it's really a beaver tail off of a beer can, and the reason being I have found many in this yard over the years, but this is just such a good audio. But what I want to do is give an example of how the pinpoint ratchets the pinpoint in the actual location of this target. It seems to be more narrow in this direction than it does in this direction. This direction seems to be elongated. But anyhow, what I plan on doing maybe later on today is coming back, and I may set up and dig this. It'll be the first live dig I've ever done. But I just wanted to make an example today of how, if the ground's really, really busy, you need to take your time with this machine, and you don't have to do anything special just to turn it on and run with it. But I hope this has helped someone and get out and dig some signals. Have a good day.